you are triggering their father wounds that they refuse to heal from. You are dealing with an individual that hides behind money, wealth, and titles, as opposed to getting to the root cause as to why they react in the way that they do towards you and maybe others. I feel as if this individual is triggered by you. You are triggering their father wounds, wounds that they have suppressed, wounds that, some of us can all have, but it's about whether or not we choose to look at these wounds and heal from them and not project outwardly onto others who don't deserve it. And I feel like this individual has a lot of suppressed emotions in regards to their father. For some of you, this person's father may have abandoned them, uh, passed away, or even if the father was present, the father was not giving them the attention that they desired, that they deserve, because everyone deserves time and attention from their parents, right? And some of us didn't get time and attention from our parents, and we chose to, heal ourselves, or we chose to look at ways that we can work through that. Okay, we didn't decide to destroy others. We may have went to counseling, or we may have done our own inner healing work and come up with reasons as to why things worked out the way that they unfortunately did, and learn to live with those realizations. Okay, but this individual is in denial. They're in denial that they are needing to heal this wound, and because they're in denial, it's actually affecting you. Now, this is a person that could be a third party in your situation. This could be somebody that feels entitled to be involved in your relationship. They could be competing with you for male validation. Okay. And you may feel to yourself like, what's up with this person? You're triggering their father wounds. Every time they see you getting some type of attention, or if they see a love interest that they have romantic feelings for, give you attention, or they could have romantic feelings for someone that you're in a relationship with. You could be in a relationship with their ex-partner, with now your partner, your fiance, your spouse. It triggers their father wounds of abandonment. It triggers their father wounds of not being picked, of being overlooked for the other sibling, for the brother, for the sister, for the mother even. You are triggering these wounds that you are unaware of. And this is why this person goes hard at you. I want to give some clarification in this reading as to why this person's doing it. I don't feel like they know they're doing what they're doing for the reasons that I'm explaining. But they go hard on trying to conquer a person or yourself as a means to feel satisfied that they are chosen, they are wanted. And by you gaining something, now for some of you, it could be a role, it could be a job. Some of you could be overqualified for your role, and it could be a boss that is very fearful that you are going to snatch something away from them, because in their view, for some of you, this person got this job by default. For others of you, this individual worked very hard to get to this actual position, but they know intuitively, if they are in tune with self, that they do not belong in this role. They struggle within this role, and they see how you do your work with ease, and they know subconsciously, whether they will admit it or not, that you are deserving to be in the role that they are in, because they crash out behind the scenes. They can't cope with this role, but they will never step down. And by you being in this role triggers their father wounds again. Maybe when they were younger, they were trying to appease the father, and the father always took a liking to the brother or the sister that got the degrees, or that got into college, or that got 10 out of 10 in the spelling test, you know, whatever the case is. And now you have come onto the scene and you do your work so effortlessly. And even this person is a fan, but they will never tell you how in awe they are of you. They will never even ask for your help, though they struggle behind the scenes, when all it would take is for them to say, look, could you just help me on this? But for them to do that would be detrimental to their ego. And then it leads to them feeling like the one that was overlooked all over again. I'm trying to say this lightly because we can all go through our traumas. We've all been triggered before. You know, we've all gone through things that weren't great when we're younger. But it's about whether or not we do the healing work. And this person is choosing not to heal. And unfortunately, people like yourself and other people have to face the wrath of this person's inner turmoil that they sprout outwardly. So they can say to people that they're fine, but they're not, because look at the way they have treated you and have treated others before you. You know, they see you as very powerful, dynamic, you know, someone that's a leader, and the traits and qualities that they respect in you, they felt that they had those same traits and qualities within, but they don't, because they're very self-reliant on the opinion of maybe a boss, on the opinion of maybe a love interest, and you're just making them feel insignificant. But they will refuse to give you your flowers. For some of you, they will refuse to even acknowledge you. You see, this person has tried to do the most behind the scenes, and it keeps failing because you're not the issue. You know, their spirit guides have tried to connect with them and say, look, it's never too late to heal, you know. Let's take a look at why you're behaving this way. But this person is in refusal to unpack. Whenever they see you, they feel rage, they feel anger. It's your fault. They've got to take you down. They've got to destroy you. But why? Is what spirit asks. Why? Because they want to be as powerful as you. You can be as powerful as you. Whoever's listening to this. They can be. But they refuse to unravel the layers as to what's stopping them. They refuse to look at why they are in such a pick-me, desperate energy that they're not even embarrassed about, because they don't take time out to self-reflect on their behavior. They've got to beat you at all costs because they need that validation from a person who is in a position of power or a person who they want to date, and it stems from them getting that validation from their father that they didn't get, that they felt that they didn't get. Because for some of you, they did get it, but they were so selfish. They wanted more and more and more. This is the type of person that will compete with their siblings to the point where their siblings didn't want any parts. Their siblings may have walked away from them. This person may not be close to their siblings because they were always in this competitive energy, always wanted to make the most money, always wanted to get the better husband or wife, or always wanted to get the better job, whatever the case is, leading to their detriment, to the point where this individual is so fixated on destroying your relationship. It's almost as if they want to humble you, and they're not going to stop because they're not going to do the inner work. And the more they project and fixate on what you got from what you don't got, they delay their healing. They repress the inner turmoil that they have within. They're going to witness you getting your good karma. They're going to witness you and continue to witness you, you know, loving yourself, healing yourself, because you're going through your own healing journey, living your best life, whilst they're going to be focused on how can I get him or her back? Him or her back for what? They have a lot to unpack. And the more they flee from their healing, the more detrimental their life will be. The more upheaval they will create in their own life.